What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I am super excited because I am going to be doing a video that I hope will be very, very helpful to you guys because I am currently in Miami right now. That's why my background is a little bit different. And it is so toasty here. Like the real feel outside is like 105 degrees, but even back home in New Jersey, it's been in the 90s, which is super hot and my regular makeup is not cutting it. The other day we were outside here and I came back and I looked at myself like actually in like a mirror with like good lighting and I was like, oh my goodness, my makeup looks crazy. So today we're gonna do a sweat-proof, long-wearing summer makeup routine. Most of this makeup that we're gonna be using is technically waterproof as well. So if you wanted to go dunk your head like in the pool with a full face of makeup on, but at the very least, if you're gonna be outside in the hot weather this summer, this makeup will last. For the past 2 days, I tested this exact routine with all these products together and my makeup looked so much better than it did the first day where I was just doing my regular routine and not really doing something that was technically sweat-proof, you know? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. We're gonna start a little bit out of order today because if there is one makeup product that you will immediately be able to tell that your entire makeup look is not sweat-proof, is not waterproof, that literally can just ruin the whole thing, it's mascara. Mine was like all up here. I'm lucky that I do have longer lashes, but because I wasn't wearing waterproof mascara, it was smearing all up here when I was hot and sweating outside. So like waterproof for this is an absolute must. And I'll be honest, not all waterproof mascaras are good and not all of them work. One of my favorites is this one from CLIO. This is their Kill Lash Super Proof Mascara. This is specifically the long curling one. They have a volume one too, which is really nice, but that one isn't waterproof. The long curling one is. It has a very tiny little wand like this. So you can get in very precise to your lashes. It's really lengthening and curling and it is waterproof and long lasting. It has been a savior while I've been here. I actually wore this to one of my best friend's weddings. So I was a bridesmaid and I knew that I was gonna be crying, so I needed something waterproof and this is what I wore. And it did last through a few tears. I'm gonna go in on my one eye with it to show you guys how good it is. I wanna thank CLIO so much for partnering with me on today's video in honor of Prime Day, because today is Amazon Prime Day, so you guys can get this mascara on Amazon for Prime Day. I will link it down below in the description, but it's gonna give you long, separated, curled, and long lashes that are actually gonna last all day. So here's how it looks with just one coat. You guys can see the before and after. Honestly, with this mascara, one coat is all that you need. It does an amazing job at really lengthening and curling the lashes, and they will stay like this. So definitely love this. At the very least, y'all need a waterproof mascara for this hot, hot weather, because once your mascara is smeared, it's all over, you know? So I will link this one down below for you guys if you wanna check it out. All right, now that our lashes are looking beautiful, let's go into our base. Now we all know a lot of makeup claims long wearing, and that's not always true, but these products do actually really work. Again, like I said, I've been testing them in the heat and they will last on your skin. And a lot of these are actually waterproof also, which I feel like is a step above just saying long lasting. So first things first, I couldn't really find a technical waterproof primer, but when it's hot outside, we want something that is going to grip our foundation and face products onto our face. So this one from e.l.f. is a go-to for mine when I want something very gripping and long wearing. This is their grip primer, specifically the niacinamide one. I personally like this one. So I'm gonna go in with this on my face. Ooh, just like dripped onto my lip, and just get this all over the skin so we are grippy everywhere for our foundation. You can see it's quite sticky, but that's what we're looking for. Okay, up next for foundation, I was delighted to figure out that one of my favorite drugstore foundations is actually waterproof, which I did not know. I knew this was long wearing, but it does also claim waterproof, and this has looked really beautiful on my skin after long periods of time outside. So I'm very excited about it because it is drugstore and affordable. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I have shade 460 here, so I'm gonna go in and apply. I'm filming this without a mirror, so I'm like using the camera as my mirror. But this is long wearing and transfer proof, so if you have like a beach day, a pool day, or just a day where it is going to be super hot, this would be a good option to wear. I feel like it looks a little crazy color-wise, but it does match my neck. Trust the process. It'll all work in the end, I promise. But it also is still just gonna look good at the end of the day, even if you're outside sweating, whatever. I feel like it's a foundation that wears very well on the skin, because some look great at first, and then like a couple hours later, you're like, what the heck happened? Okay, up next for concealer, we have the OG Tarte Shape Tape. If there's one thing about this, it's full coverage and it's not going to budge. So I'm gonna go in with this on my under eyes. They do make like a creamier version of this. They have the new Radiant version, which those are beautiful because a lot of people find the original one to be a little bit too thick or drying on their under eyes. I will say though, if we're looking at just lasting power, I do think the original is the best. This also does have more of a matte finish, and I tend to find concealers with a matte finish end up looking a little bit better on me at the end of the day than more Radiant ones. There are a few exceptions to that, but this one has never done me wrong. All right, now that we have our base on for bronzer, this one from Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer. Now this is actually waterproof, which I think is one of the best parts about this bronzer. There are other bronzers that I like better for everyday life, to be completely transparent and honest with you guys, but they are not waterproof. So they can smear and get really messy looking. This one will not budge, so it is a good option. So I'm gonna go in and kind of contour out my face. I'm gonna go with this. I'm just using my beauty sponge to apply it. And just gonna kind of stipple it on as almost a bronzer and a contour in one to kind of give us a sun-kissed glow. But again, I feel like for me, I wouldn't wear like a full face of makeup to like a beach or something, but I would definitely wear a bronzer. So this would be perfect for that. If you just want something that's gonna give you a sun-kissed glow like at the beach, this would be great. Okay, up next we have blush. Now, if there's one thing about these Rare Beauty blushes, we all know they are like the most pigmented blushes of all time, but they also will not budge. Technically, I don't believe that they use waterproof as a claim, but they are long wearing. That is a claim that they use, and these definitely are gonna stay on your skin. I have this cute little travel size one. This one's in the shade Happy, which is one of my favorites. I'm just gonna do a little tap on the cheek. Honestly, you probably only need one dot with this. I'm gonna blend it out with my finger because it's very pigmented. But these melt into the skin well, and then once they're blended in, they're staying there. And you're not gonna have to worry about it. So very, very pretty. And this shade is so pretty for summer too. I feel like it's super underrated and probably my favorite of any of her blush shades personally. Okay, for powder, one that has been working really well are the Patrick Star One Size powder. So I have the pink one, which this one I like to use underneath my eyes because it's nice and brightening. And these do claim 24-hour wear, which is amazing. So I'm gonna set my under eyes with this, and they have like a regular translucent one that I'm gonna use all over my face. Another good option that I have tested as well is the Huda Beauty powders. These ones do last quite a while too and help to really set the makeup and leave it in place. But the One Size Patrick Star ones I do like a bit better, so that's what I'm using today. How cute is this little travel size one? This is the translucent, which again is what I'm gonna use all over my face. Just to go ahead and set everything and make sure we don't budge. Setting your liquids with powders is definitely key, and it'll definitely help to like ensure that your makeup is gonna last all day. I love a good glowy makeup look, but when it's 105, I just feel like the glow is coming naturally from my sweat. I don't need to add like excess glow with makeup, although I do love it. Okay, now for our brows, we obviously can't forget them, and my favorite brow product of all time is waterproof and super long lasting. This is the DIY Brow from Tarte. It's like a tiny little micro brow pen that you can go in and just draw little brow strokes on your brows, and it looks super natural and it is super long lasting. So this again is like another product that maybe if I was going to the beach and I wanted to fill in my brows a little bit so I wasn't like having little bald spots, this would be great because it will last and look really good throughout the day. So I'm gonna just go in and fill in my brows. All right, brows are filled and looking good. Now, this is obviously optional, but I did find that the liquid eyeshadows from Rem Beauty are waterproof. So I, a lot of times, to be honest, day to day, do not wear eyeshadow at all. But if you want to add a little something to your lids, these liquid ones are waterproof. This one I wore the other day and I thought it was beautiful. It's the shade Comet, and it's like a light, almost champagne color. So I'm gonna go in and apply this to my lid. Add a little sparkle there. I'm gonna just go in and feather out the top with a brush. You guys, I cannot make this stuff up. My camera just turned off and just stopped recording because it overheated. It literally had like a little temperature thing. It was like, shut me off now. I told y'all it was hot here, but thankfully we're almost done. I just need my camera to pull through. I'm filming in front of a window, so I guess just the heat from the window, I don't know. But even my camera knows it's hot. Anyways, last couple steps. This one, again, is also optional, but if you wanna add a little bit more like bronzer on top of the Charlotte Tilbury one that we used, or you just like powder bronzer as opposed to a cream, this one from Rimmel is like $3 and waterproof. This is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. It's beautiful. I've used it for years. I feel like this was one of like the first bronzers my mom got for me when I was first getting into makeup and like doing my dance recitals because it was cheap and it worked. Like even the smell of it like reminds me of like, I feel like being younger, like my childhood almost. I'm pretty sure my mom still uses this bronzer herself, but it's waterproof, so it'll last through your sweat if you're outside or if you're at the beach. So I'm gonna apply some of that. For lips, my favorite long-lasting lips are these new liquid lipsticks from Milani. These are their Stay Put liquid lipsticks. They're very, very similar to the Stila liquid lipsticks, which I loved for so many years, but the Milani ones are more affordable and have an amazing lasting power as well. This one in the shade 120 or also 10 out of 10. This is what the bottom of it looks like. It's so good. And I have been wearing it non-stop. So I'm gonna go in on my lips with this. It goes on nice and creamy, but then it does dry down to be a matte, but it's not drying to the lips, so I really, really love it and does wear very well. And then last but certainly not least, best setting spray of all time, my personal favorite. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This always helps to make my makeup last longer. This in conjunction with really long wearing waterproof products is really gonna help. So I spritz my whole face with this so we can set. You do not have to use as much as I do. I just go a little crazy. And this is the completed look. Now to bring it one step further, it is just after 12 p.m. in the afternoon right now. I'm gonna wear this makeup all day, outside, inside, throughout the whole day. The high today is 93 degrees, but again, like I said, the real feel was like above 100. So it's hot, but before I go to bed and take my makeup off tonight, I'm gonna do a recap and show you guys. So it'll probably be at least 8 hours, if not longer, honestly, for me to do a little wear test to show you guys how this makeup wears throughout the day so you guys can see. So I will see you a little bit later. Currently walking in the rain right now, so we are putting this makeup to the test. Okay guys, I almost did it, which is like my biggest scare whenever I do like long wear tests. I always get scared that I'm gonna eventually like at the end of the night take my makeup off and then be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do an update, and I literally almost did it. But at the last second I remembered. It is 11:52 p.m. right now, so I have been wearing this makeup for like literally nearly 12 hours. Right? Is that 12 hours? I think so. And I have had a day. I was outside for quite a bit of time today, definitely sweating. We got caught in a rainstorm going to dinner, which at first it was just kind of drizzling, like all fun and games. And then it was literally downpouring. So I was like, okay, I am really putting this makeup to the absolute test. Look at how good it looks. Like, are you kidding me? Still looks amazing. This huge rain droplet hit my forehead and I was getting nervous, but it still looks so good. I have not touched anything up at all, not even my lip. So I mean, the lip is pretty much all gone at this point, but I ate lunch, some snacks and dinner in between, and also I'm always drinking water. So I've eaten and drank a lot of stuff in between, so didn't necessarily expect the lip to still be on, but I haven't touched my makeup up at all throughout the entire day and still looks so good. So this stuff, like I said, is going to last you even in the hot sun, rainstorms, all that kind of stuff. So definitely it works. I'm telling you, we're looking pretty good. Sorry the lighting isn't great, but again, like I said, it's super late at night, so there is no natural lighting for me to be able to show you guys. But yeah, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll link all the products down below, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.